Hi, my name's Sarah and I'm 47.
My name's Sam Bishop, I'm in my 30s and I'm the operation manager of the Electric Cinema.
In this short pilot, we aim to give you a taste of what our full documentary series will look like, starting at the beginning of the on-demand television era, VHS tapes. Sarah has grown up with television and remembers what life was like before on-demand became a part of everyday life.
That must have been a video recorder when I was about 16, 17 years of age. We bought this video recorder and we all thought it was absolutely wonderful. We could record programmes from the telly when we were out, so we wouldn't miss them. And the best thing was we could go to the video shop, hire a film and watch it in the comfort of our own home. But the downside of it was that sometimes if the programme you wanted to record was late starting, you'd get the start of it, but you'd miss the ending. And also sometimes the tapes got chewed up in the tape recorder. If you didn't put them in properly, the tape used to get chewed up.
I think it's quite fun. I don't think it's that credible. There's definitely a lot of people who have a sentimentality, this idea that the older formats are the best, but they're not. That's why they're old formats. That's why they're now redundant. They're either expensive or they're not as good quality. Certainly there's not as much nostalgia involved in digital cinema. It's an intangible code of binary numbers. You know, there's no beating heart in that. But it looks really cool and it's environmental and it's cheaper to distribute and it makes sense to do. It's how the future needs to be. So I like the VHS. Certainly archiving is important, making sure we don't forget about that content. But in terms of the format of its presentation, it doesn't make any sense to screen it on VHS when you can have a nice, crisp, lovely digital film.
After VHS had its day, a new form of on-demand television took over almost every household, the digital video disc, or the DVD. The ease at which someone could purchase and watch a movie dealt a heavy blow to the cinema industry, and theatres had to find new ways of competing.
It's a difficult trend. It's a very hot topic for everyone at the moment. The nature of cinema is changing in that regard. For us, we're quite fortunate because what we offer isn't just the cinema. It's a lot more of an experience. So we for just a little, our biggest screen is 106, but we have about 70,000 visitors a year. So we do very well. The problem is that with on-demand and things like that, people's homes are becoming cinemas now. TVs are bigger and more affordable. Surround sound systems are bigger and more affordable. Also video on demand. People have never ever had as much choice as they have now. Moreover, they've never had as much choice as they have at a touch of a button in the comfort of their home. People can now decide we can pay £10, say, to come to the cinema, or we could wait 6 weeks and see it at home. We're also seeing a lot of trends where films are being released theatrically at the cinemas and also on video on demand on the same day. Top of my head, Field in England was a big example of this, which was well received by people and the distributors enjoyed it, but cinemas don't really like it. If that takes on, then it will be the end of the cinema industry for a lot of regards. So what you have to do is be more than just a cinema, be more than just a place people go to see film. It's got to be something more because you can't compete with people's homes.
The rise of on-demand has also started to affect consumer practices, and cinemas have to find new ways to keep up.
I'd say it's changed it a fair bit because I do tend to watch more films than I used to. I look down the TV guide and if there's a film on there, I just press the button and it will record. And also if there's nothing on telly, then I won't switch it off. I'll just go back through iPlayer and just have a look, see if there's something on that I fancy watching.
So the way that we sort of compete with the rise in video on demand and people's ability to watch films at home is to provide more than just a cinema. So to be an environment where it's not just about seeing the film, it's not just about the content of the movie, but the whole experience of viewing it. It's viewing it publicly. So for example, last night was the opening night of Star Wars. An exciting film, but it wouldn't be that exciting to watch at home. The fact that we were watching it with 100 like-minded people whooping, cheering, clapping, we were all in it together. That's a very unique thing that only cinema can do.
It wasn't long before the digital format took off with technology, creating all sorts of ways to watch TV, while also giving rise to new forms of content. One of the most popular services is Sky.
Skybox, wow, that was absolutely wonderful. We couldn't believe how the technology had moved on. The fact that you could just flick through the channels and press a button to record what you wanted, and you didn't have to put a video recorder in, was just fantastic.
I'm Frankie, this is Mike, Axel, Rick, and Sue.
Well, I like using all the catch-up TVs because I especially love an American sitcom called The Middle. And it was halfway through series 6 when I realised that the series had started again, and I went to catch-up TV, and I was able to watch all the episodes that I'd missed. And when series 7 started, I set the recorder to record the whole of series 7, plus it's still on the Skybox to record the next series, series 8, when that comes along, so I'll never miss the series again.
In the full series, we will take you through key historical moments, such as why porn won one of the most decisive wars of the 70s, and how Netflix continues to make old media CEOs sweat.